Hi, welcome to my channel, and oh my gosh, when I say I am ready for spooky season, we are building a haunted house here because it is 28 degrees in the UK in September. For God knows what reason, we're having a heat wave currently, and we had, admittedly, we didn't have a pretty good summer, we didn't have any heat, but the time has passed. The ship has sailed. It's too late now for us to be getting hot weather like this. It rained on my birthday this year, and it never rains on my birthday. Literally, it's rained one time in my whole 27 years of being on this planet. Well, twice now, but once on my 14th, now again on my 27th, and I'm very disappointed. But I'm ready for it to be cool now and start getting ready for Halloween and stuff. But no, instead I'm sweating my absolute tits off in 27 degree weather. But other than that, how are you? I'm fine. Just, far too hot. So I figured we would do a nice spooky season build and do an actual haunted house. So this is a haunted house residential. If you have the paranormal stuff pack, rest in peace stuff packs. But yeah, so little ghosties show up and things, and you can become a paranormal investigator, all that good stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to build just a nice spooky haunted house. I went back and forth over whether I wanted it to be a haunted house someone actually lives in, or a haunted house you would go and visit, so, just a fake one, I guess. But then I was like, well, we actually have a haunted house mechanic in the game, so we might as well just make it a house that you live in that ghost visits, but still have that spooky vibe. So yeah, that's what I ended up building. Also, not to get immediately off topic, but also to get immediately off topic, but what do we think of the new kit? When I say I'm obsessed, I know I've said this about so much of the new stuff recently, but with that new kit, oh my gosh, it's absolutely everything about it is absolutely my vibes. I absolutely love modern stuff, and this is so tastefully modern, and I love the black and gold accents of most of it and stuff. And it's I'm sure you've heard lots of other Sims YouTubers say it, where it's it's what vintage glamour wanted to be or what Get Famous wanted to be. It's so tastefully done and so actually nice and not gaudy and over the top, which I'm sure is what Get Famous was actually going for. It wanted to be kind of tacky and stuff, but it's nice to have something that actually looks nice. Yes, my Sims are wealthy, but they're not tacky about it. They're fashion designers, so they know what they want, or that kind of thing. Oh my gosh, the TV picture frame, I can't. I love it so much. It's so elegant looking and just so... I wouldn't have even thought to add something like that in the game. It's so nice and it's so well made and things. I really like the swatches that are on it. I really, really like the bed. And obviously, the new curtain rod. I mean, obviously, I'm absolutely losing my mind over something that really doesn't matter. But to have, modular curtain rods, I made this build before those kits came out, but if they had, I probably would have ended up using those curtains in the little alcove bit that I built, because we don't have any curtains that are really made to fit in that kind of space. So to be able to build a custom sized one, oh my gosh, absolute lifesaver. Just because they're just so, even though it is obviously a modern kit, they're just such normal curtains. It's just a normal white or black curtain. There's, I think, some pinks in there and stuff, but then with just a gold or a silver curtain rod, you can put that literally, in this spooky build, in this haunted Halloween house, you could have those modern luxe curtains, because they're just that versatile. And honestly, it just shows the power of Sims builders and Sims YouTube community members, and all the kits should be made by them. Not that I don't want kits to exist, but clearly they're here to stay now, right? So there's no point getting up in arms about them and trying to protest them, because they're not going away at this point. So if I have to have them, at least make them actually worth the $5 you have to spend on them, you know what I mean? And I really, I would have bought this regardless, you know what I mean? This is absolutely, I'm obsessed. I'm not that crazy about the CAS kit, but that's because I'm not crazy about CAS in general, because I use so much CC anyway. There's almost nothing I don't have. If I want it, I just go and use CC. But I guess it's nice to have more in-game options and stuff. I'm also not that crazy about swimwear. Not because I don't like swimming, I just don't care about my Sims swimming. Like, I guess it's that, yeah, sure, they're in swimwear, that's fun, but most of the time they're either drowning or freezing to death in the pool, so yeah, I'm not that crazy about it. Other than that, I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you like them? Do you not like them? What would you like to see in a kit? Like, is this your kind of vibe? Would you like to see more casts, more build and buy? Yeah, just let me know what you guys' thoughts are, because I would absolutely love to hear it. We're about to move upstairs to do the upstairs part, and I have to admit, I cut out the floor plan. Like, I cut out me doing the floor plan, because when I say it took forever, oh my gosh, like, I think in real life it probably took me like 40 minutes to get the floor plan right, and like, it's not even like an inspired floor plan at the end. It's such a basic one. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out what I wanted to do. Like, I just could not get it right. Like, I don't know what went wrong this time, where I was just like, I could not figure out what to do, and yeah, I ended up with a really basic floor plan, which was just not, I guess, not speaking to me at the time. So yeah, we have 2 bedrooms and a seance room. I originally did have it as like a baby / infant's room, but I ended up changing it into a seance room because, to be honest, I completely forgot the seance table even existed. It was only towards the end when I was doing the details and stuff. I was going through debug and through the paranormal stuff, like all of the stuff, and I ended up noticing like the little seance ball, and I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot. But it's like, if we're living in a haunted house, we need the seance table to be able to like deal with the hauntedness. Like, you can reduce the level of hauntedness by using the seance table, and you can also summon Bonehilda to help tidy up. But she also, I didn't know this, but she also fights temperance for you. And if you don't know who that is, she's a really angry ghost that shows up in your house sometimes, and she's mean, and she breaks all your things, and she's just a general nuisance, and your sim is really scared of her, so it takes them forever to do anything because they're always cowering in fear and whatnot. So it's really useful to get rid of her, and Bonehilda will just fight her. Like, if you summon her, it literally pops up saying summon Bonehilda quickly, and she'll just pop up, and it's on site. Like, as soon as she sees temperance, she'll beat her up and it'll make her leave. You can also use these bizarre idol things that you get from the little ghosties. I thought about putting some of them in the house, but I was like, maybe that's a bit too much, because I did go through the paranormal debug and was like putting in the sacred candles, which help like lower your fear and make you feel more comfortable in the haunted house stuff, and I added them literally everywhere. I also put up the helping hand, which you can either stop Gaidri's visit, or you can make it more difficult for yourself, because you get more satisfaction points, because every night you spend in a haunted house you get 250 satisfaction points, and every night you spend in a heroic one is like 500 satisfaction points a night, I think. So it adds up really, really quickly, and it's just, you know, your sim will be terrified all the time. So yeah, I added a few things in there just to make that a bit more easy, since you're living in a whole haunted house, just to give you a bit of a helping hand to start out with. As far as I can see, we're working on some of the landscaping now, and I had a lot of fun with this, like absolutely covering it head to toe in ivy and stuff. I just wish we had more dead plants. Like, we have quite a few, like obviously from the vampires, and we're slowly getting more, but it's like, I want stuff that looks like objectively dead, like in terms of like that tree in the front, that's fully dead. Like, that's fully a dead tree. I want more dead bushes and dead plants like that, because like the rose bushes are good, but I want more. I want even more than that. Like, I wish we had some of the hedges, but instead of it just being like, oh, you know, because they die in the winter and stuff, but the branches are like absolutely massive and it looks kind of silly. So I kind of wish we had like, say, a bush or something, and it was like, yeah, it's got very, very fine branches and stuff, and like kind of looking how the rose bushes look, but like in a bush format instead. You know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know if I'm explaining myself well. I feel like I'm not, but yeah, I need more dead plants for houses like this, or just like neglected houses in general, or maybe just a bad gardener. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the person just kills their plants a lot because they're not a very good gardener. Like, that's just the case for a lot of people. Some people just kill their plants. So yeah, I definitely need more dead dead plants. I also had a lot of fun just going around and like adding cracks and details like that. I need more of that too. There's some good stuff, like there's some spider webs and some cracks, and the new basement, I say new, but the basemental treasures kit has some good scratches, or like it looks like the wallpaper's peeled up against brick, because that's one of the problems with like the cracks and stuff, is that it doesn't always make sense for the texture of the build, if that makes sense. So like for example, if you have a house that's clearly brick, doesn't make sense to have the wallpaper peel back and reveal planks, because that's not what it looks like, and vice versa. It doesn't make sense for it to be a crack in planks, it should be something different, but there's usually only one or two of like that kind of thing. So yeah, I just wish that there would be more of those kind of like, yeah, this is a wallpaper scratch with brick behind it, this is a wallpaper scratch with not cardboard with panels behind it, this is a crack with brick behind it, this is a thingy, and just more stuff like that. So it's really is just like a small detail that doesn't really matter, but I just feel like it adds so much storytelling, especially because when you want to have cracks, it gets really obvious when the cracks are literally the exact same as one another. It starts to get really obvious that it's just a decoration and not a naturally occurring crack. So I guess it's just, yeah, I want there to be more so that I can have loads of them all over the house and all of them be individual. I also decided to put some of the cracks and stuff behind the paintings because I wanted it to seem like, you know, someone lives here, but they do actually care about the house. They just, you know, can't necessarily afford to get it fixed, or like just there's no way of getting it fixed or something. So they're like, you know, there's cracks and stuff, but I'm putting a painting up so you can't see it, you know, and just like there's a level of care where it's like, yeah, the house is like haunted or whatever, but the ghosts still care about the vibes, the decorum. So yeah, I thought I would just add a couple just for a little bit of extra storytelling here and there. And I did have one behind the desk that you're seeing me furnish now, but for some reason it just would not stick to the wall. I think you can just about see that it's floating for some reason. I have no idea why, no idea how to fix it or what. Like I just could not for the life of me get it to stick to the wall, so it had to go, unfortunately. With all that being said, we are actually sort of coming towards the end of the build now, so what we're going to do is we're going to hop back into game and I'm going to give you a full tour of the place, because everything is so small here that it's really hard to take really good pictures and stuff, and I'm still getting the hang of getting that good Sims photography. So yeah, we are going to jump back in game now and I am going to give you a final tour. Alright, so here we are back in game and the weather is just perfect. But here is our haunted house. My tree just got struck by lightning, but it's okay. Here's our haunted house. As you can see, absolutely covered in dying ivy and rose cling and stuff. It's just beautiful. I love it. So if we go here, we have obviously our little porch with just a bench and a chess table. I didn't want to clutter it up too much because I was like, it's a haunted house. They don't have that much outdoor furniture. So these are the little candles I was telling you about. I was waiting till nighttime because I was hoping the little ghosties would show up, but they haven't. So here we are. And yeah, here's the little hand that makes it either more harder or easier. We have our little kitchen over here. Something just outside got struck by lightning. Oh my gosh. The little fireplace. Nice dining table. Then we have like a little reading nook over here. We have the nice painted ceilings. Doesn't that just look so much better? Oh my gosh. Just makes so much more sense than the pure white. But through here we have the little bathroom. This is just a downstairs toilet. I gave it a gross little stain. We have a spider's web, which sometimes spiders appear on, but not this time, so we're gonna move on. So much lightning, oh my gosh. Upstairs, just a normal little hallway, but this is what I was talking about when I said I like added little things to just cover it up, because you know, we're trying to make it look nice in here. But we have a little, either a kid's bedroom or like a teen's bedroom just here, with more sacred candles so they can actually go to sleep. Then we have the main bedroom just here. I also added this cute little ghostie, so this is what they look like if you haven't seen them. This is a happy one that's been trapped in a jar. Oh look, it has a spider on it. This is what I was talking about. Sometimes sometimes these spider webs have spiders on them. So if you're afraid of that, I'm sorry. Through here we have our little seance room, and it's slightly off center just because I found when I was playing here myself, if I summoned Boned Hilda, sometimes she would get stuck in one of the corners. Even though you can walk through them and sit down, for some reason she couldn't walk past them. But if I had them here, then she could. But if you have problems where she won't leave this one room, it's because she's stuck behind one of the chairs. So, but I'm really pleased with it. I really like how it came out, and I think it's a nice haunted house. Shame I can't show you the little ghosties or anything, but they don't feel like being out tonight. I don't know. Just don't, I guess. With all that being said, I am going to leave it here. Oh my gosh, so much lightning. That lightning threw off my train of thought and I don't know what I was saying. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!